I would like to introduce you all to our next speaker, Mr. Amartya Basu, who is a business transformation leader in Macquarie Groups. Good evening, sir. I would like to
Good
ask
evening.
you the question I would like to ask you right now is the practical aspects of implementing financial literacy in school, the method and the approach of it.
Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. Thanks for inviting me to this forum. Uh, I think at the outset, I would like to outline to answer your question, the very basic significance of financial literacy and stress over the fact that financial literacy is a concept which has broader ramifications at every pervasive stage of human life. And it is not something which is only contained in the formative years. And as life progresses, people have changing priorities. And as our previous speaker aptly mentioned, that this literacy should be built in the very formative years of a child's life, especially during his school career. And unfortunately, on the domestic front, I have not seen much literacy education happening, especially in the Indian context. And there is definitely a dearth of course pedagogy, course material, and subjective or elective courses at different school grade levels to educate and enable children to understand their personal finance needs on a holistic scale. But to focus on the practical aspects of financial literacy and how to introduce it in the school curriculum, I think the first thing which should be looked at upon is to introduce a policy imperative at a national educational level by the educational boards, institutions, in collaboration with the public and private schools. And also to create the necessary integration of the financial literacy courses as a part of the course curriculum. What I mean to say here is that we already have heard resonating cries from the parents and kids as they are overloaded with a lot of subjects and with a lot of academic pressures. So, what the least what we want to do is to introduce another course to add to their burden. So, we may look at horizontal or vertical integration or alignment of the literacy courses to their existing subjects. For example, if you consider a child who is 8 or 10 years old and he has just celebrated his 8th birthday and he wants a bicycle or a PlayStation for the next birthday, then we may introduce some simulated apps at middle school or junior school level where he can actually plan out his investment based on the savings or the fortune which he has amassed on his 8th birthday. So these kind of elective courses can be plugged into their existing curriculum with the existing subjects, especially if you consider basic personal finance skills can be clubbed with mathematics, and the behavioral or the consumer spending patterns of the child as the child progresses in the formative years of his school life can be plugged with social sciences. So we can look at different vertical or horizontal integration models as a practical way of designing the course pedagogy and curriculum. And apart from that, of course, we should focus on the infrastructure and funding for these courses because when we talk about virtual or simulated apps, definitely there is a cost element attached to that. So those things should also be taken care by the school authorities as well as the boards and the national educational institutions uh, at a holistic level. Because without that, of course, the key learning based outcomes would be difficult to achieve. But broadly, I would say that the basic elements of personal finance, be it earning, saving, time value of money, compounding, as our previous speaker mentioned, should be imbibed in the students. And by the time they're about to finish their high school and enter for their graduation or apply for their graduation, they should be in a position to take independent and informed finance decisions at an individual as well as at a family level. Yeah.
Okay, so could you please share your journey with us and the guiding principle you had throughout your life for this?
Yes. Unfortunately I don't have a PowerPoint to refer to today, and my wife has been kept telling me that I suffer from separation anxiety whenever I have to share my credentials, but I would keep it as much as fluid as possible. So I am also a chartered accountant, and I started my journey with Infosys, which was primarily a technology company in their corporate finance division. And then I moved on to work with the big four organizations, mainly with PwC, in KPMG, in India and abroad. And now I am with an Australian investment bank, Macquarie, where I am looking at their digital finance transformation and looking into a couple of digital initiatives for the bank. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
I would